Minnesota and Peppa from last night. And if you want to catch the show in its entirety, and believe me, you do, because there's a lot of acts coming up, call your local cable operator to get the pay-per-view thing. You know, I was talking to some people, and they were saying when they told their parents that they were coming out here, they sort of rolled their eyes saying, oh, it'll never be as good. But and they were saying, man, now we're getting the last laugh because it's really killer. And it looks like the sun's starting to come out. And speaking of the sun, here's Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden.
But it's still a good vibe, though. Everyone seems to be having a good time still.
Oh, yeah, I noticed the same thing. I mean, everyone's still very, very happy, and they're coming up and talking and having a good time.
Someone just proposed to someone via the PA system up on stage, so someone is, you know.
And, you know, they'll be able to get married because they got rabbis, priests, ministers, the whole deal.
They got it all, man.
I know. Who are we looking for? Allison, where are you at?
I am at the backstage tent, in the interview tent, waiting for Carlos Santana. He's going to come down and talk to us. Also, Slash is napping, so we're going to wake him up, bring him down here, hopefully get to talk to him too. And Arrested Development are going to tell us about that amazing set. As you mentioned, Tabitha, they really did wake up the crowd.
Yes, they did, Allison. And right now, I am going to probably go take a little nap and let you take over, Chris.
That's right. It's wake up time, everybody. Wake up!
But first, watch this video from Coolio.
Behind me, over to the south. I kind of wish I was at the south stage because Green Day is about to start performing, one of my favorite new bands. Right now, we're going to take it away. Chris, where are you, brother? Chris Connolly.
Thank you, sir. I'm here at home base. You know, you see still hundreds of thousands of people behind me right now, still attending this concert. Don't think all these people are going to make it to work Monday morning. It's going to take quite a while for people to leave, and if it was anything like the last Woodstock, they may be here for a while. People stayed on the last Woodstock site as long as 1 month after the concert was over, which should come as just further excitement to the residents of Saugerties, New York, who are a town of 20,000 people who have been nice enough to take in these 200,000 people. Let's see how the town's been coping throughout the festival.
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very inspired to be here.
You are. What did you think when you heard they were going to have Woodstock again?
I thought it was about time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No hesitation about playing?
No hesitation. The only thing is that next time they should do it in Cuba.
Tell me. Yeah, really. So tell me, what is the non-musical element of Woodstock, having 20/20 hindsight, having...
The what?
The non-musical element? We all know the music's great, but what's that other special thing about Woodstock?
It's people's spirit, of course. You know, without the people's spirit, musicians be here alone, promoters be here alone, everybody be here alone. I very much admire the perseverance and the strong spirit of people to just stick it out through the rain and through the mud and through all that inconvenience. But obviously they get something from the music that when they go home, it changes their lives. They don't come here because it's, you know, you can't get this at Kmart or, you know, 7-Eleven or even on MTV. You know, you got to come here personally and get a dose of harmonious convergence.
Got to feel it in the real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We're going to take a look at Pearl Jam Even Flow.
Can you imagine if Pearl Jam actually played this show? There wouldn't be enough parking space in all of Ulster County to accommodate it. Well, let's see. Right now we got lots of things going on, and if you're still interested in watching this entire concert top to bottom, call your local cable operator and find out about the pay-per-view stuff they've got going. Hey, Ed, what's going on at the platform? Let's talk to Ed. Ed, what's it look like from where you are?
Well, I'm just looking out and I'm looking at all this mud and I'm thinking, you know, if I was out there in the middle of this for 3 days, I think I would be bothered by it. But I'm looking around and people seem to be making the most of it. They made mud slides. They're actually running and careening into these giant water mud slosh pits, and there are people making mud clothing and eating mud food. They're going mad for mud, and it's really great to see them so happy about it, because I'd be miserable, I think.
You know, there was some talk that when Green Day went on the South Stage, we might see an exodus of people from the North Stage to the South Stage. They're scheduled to go on pretty soon. You see any sign of that, people leaving the North Stage?
I see a few people trailing over there. Perhaps they're already, you know, on their way over to see Green Day, but there's a lot of people still sticking around for for traffic. So, you know, they got a lot of fans out here.
And they do indeed, as do the Allman Brothers, who did a scorching set earlier in the day. Used to be you couldn't go to a concert in the 70s without somebody in the front row yelling, "Whip and post, whip and post." Here it is. That's Warren Haynes on guitar with Dickie Betts playing some of the parts made famous by the late, great Duane Allman. We're coming back with a whole lot more from Woodstock 94. Porno for Pyros coming on, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bob Dylan. Keep it here.
We are back. It's the third day of Woodstock 94. More peace, more music. Lots of music from Arrested Development.
What's up? What's up?
You have to tell me about this morning. Everything you were feeling, seeing, doing, in that order.
Hey, amazement to ride in here and see all these people in mud and sleeping and then walk out on the stage and they were up and ready for Arrested Development and the whole day. It was amazing.
They're letting their closet characters show today, relieving all of their stress and eating mud and all that other stuff.
It was a lot of fun and excitement. The stage was huge and the people were just real hype and stuff.
Yeah, it was dope.
What could you see? Did you see any Woodstock moments from up top, down, looking down, during your performance? Did you see anything that was really Woodstock?
We saw one little group of people that were just covered in mud. I don't know if it was a gang, the Mud Gang, or a club or what, but that was interesting.
It's a new species we've decided, the mud people.
The mud people.
It was like the one spot with a bunch of brown people in it, in the audience. It was tripped out.
Yeah, it was cool though.
Did you cast the gospel music earlier in the morning?
Yeah, we was listening, but we didn't see it.
We saw it. We got a chance to check it out.
It was great. You saw it?
Yeah, it was good.
Describe it for folks who maybe weren't up that early.
Mavis Staples got off. She was live.
And CC.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we were in check-in with somebody else who's been roaming around checking out the Woodstock scene. It's Randy.
Wow.
Randy, what are you doing?
Like my wheels? Yeah, I just came from the Indy 500, and I was leading into the last lap, but Al Unser just greased me there, and I'm coming to Woodstock to kind of kick back, forget my troubles. And, and there I go, remembering my troubles. It looks like a good place to get something to eat. Come on. Boing, boing, boing. Excuse me. What are you doing? What is this?
This is the weather control station here. You notice all the clouds, things like that. Woodstock can't happen without lots of rain. So we're over here seeding the clouds with fog and and also we're managing everyone's mood with proper musical inspiration. A little grunge light on this side, okay.
And what's this here?
This is Weather Central here. This is start. When the mud is adequately soupy, we hit stop.
That's very analog. Wow. There's nothing to eat here, so we're gonna move on.
We're backstage with Arrested Development. You've been here 24 hours. I talked to you 24 hours ago.
Right.
What did you do in that time?
Well, we cooled out. We basically walked around, got caught in the rain out there in the village, the eco village.
Performed a little bit.
and we performed, and, you know, did our show and stuff, and then we've been doing some interviews here and there, and just, you know, just really catching the vibe, checking out what's it all about, you know.
Yeah, we got a chance to check out Cypress Hill. And they were real dope.
I was gonna say, who else did you get to see? Cypress Hill.
Yeah, Yeah, well, mostly we were doing interviews during other performances, but we saw Cypress Hill, and we got a chance to get out, like you said, and see the people and stuff. We got caught in the rain.
Well, we're gonna get a chance to see a little bit of your performance. This is Tennessee from Arrested Development. A little earlier today.
Arrested Development.
Let's.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was actually very hyped to, you know, to do the show anyway. So the energy was boiling. It was boiling.
You had something.
Me and Quasi had just came from church from seeing the Maple Staples and
Maple Staples.
CC, so we were kind of up.
Yeah, we was up.
That would definitely get you awake.
That whole church vibe.
Now describe for me real quick. You addressed the audience that this wasn't just a show. That when you perform, it's a celebration.
Yeah, what we do is celebrations of life, death, and the struggles of our ancestors. So what we try to do is put a purpose to what we're doing, because we didn't want to just get up there and just dance and sing. We wanted to dance and sing with a purpose of what we was trying to achieve. So we do like a prayer, pour a libation right before the show, and go into it, you know.
All right, well, let's go into it. This is Tennessee live from Arrested Development from Woodstock earlier today.
Tennessee.
Come on. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Lord, it's obvious we got a relation. Talk to each other every night and day. Although you're superior over me, we talk to each other with a friendship. Then out of nowhere, you tell me to run out of the country and into more countries. Past God's word, into Ripley, where the goes up. Childhood haunts me. Walk the roads my forefathers walked. Climb the trees my forefathers hung. I sow trees for all their wisdom. They tell me my ears are dumb. Go back to which y'all came. It's family tree, it's family home. For some strange reason.
Very uplifting performance from Arrested Development on Sunday morning. And thanks for being with us and being with Woodstock.
Yo, peace out, y'all. Stay
Peace
strong.
out. Woodstock 94. We'll be back with more MTV Live coverage.
Ricky Rackman here, still here. I'm going on day 4, still here, Woodstock 94. The rain came down hard all night last night and part of the morning. I'll tell you what the last figures that I got. I actually went to a press conference and heard that the figures are that at the height of Woodstock, there were 300,000 people watching the big stage and 50,000 people watching the small stage, bringing a total of around 350,000 people. They also sold under 200,000 tickets. Did people get in free? Figure it out yourself. The people that are staying here right now, I think that even if they don't know what band is playing right now, they're just like, you know what? I've been here for the 3 days. I don't care what's happening. I am going to stay. And that's what I am going to do. I'm not sure if it's by choice or not, but I will be here. I hope you will stay tuned. And right now, somebody else that is going to be staying with us till the end of Woodstock, Ed.
Hey, Ricky. Man, you know, Ricky, you're very good at what you do. This is Ed Marquez. I'm at Woodstock 94. Right behind me, we have Traffic playing. And earlier I was tripping because I'm watching Traffic, and on the South Stage, Green Day is playing. I was going, oh, I want to see Green Day. But actually, I'm really starting to enjoy what's happening right now. If you would like to enjoy this and all the other stuff that's happening for the rest of the weekend here at Woodstock 94, call your local cable company and hook up with a pay-per-view special. It'll be well worth it, I'm sure. And now, some of the children of the band members that performed at the original Woodstock in 1969, a little special segment we did on them. Enjoy.
My mother.
Who else can say that?
Man, those crazy musicians, you know, they start wearing something on stage and then all the kids are doing it. Trent Reznor last night on stage, you know, came out on stage in mud and was this a 9 Inch Nails thing you were doing, covering yourself in mud?
No.
Well, just a Woodstock thing. You saw people doing it. You say, hey, they're covered in mud. I want to cover myself in mud.
It's a Woodstock thing.
It's a Woodstock thing. A mudstock?
Mudstock thing.
So tell me, when did you actually show up at Woodstock?
Friday, about 2 o'clock.
Now, how long are you going to stay? Are you going to stay till the very end?
Yeah, the very end.
What's your name?
Mike.
Where'd you come from?
Jersey.
From Jersey? Do you think it gets to be a point that it doesn't really matter what band's playing? You're just like, I'm going to stay to the very end?
Yeah.
No matter what happened?
No matter what happened.
Where'd you sleep when it was raining?
In my tent.
And was it comfortable?
Yeah, I guess.
And are you excited for the drive home?
No.
And when are you going to rinse this off?
When I leave.
Because you're starting to harden. Right now, we're going to go toss the mic over to Chris.
Thanks a lot, Ricky. I'm here with Duke Devlin, who's the official archivist of Woodstock Ventures, a man who came here in '69 and never left, Duke?
Yeah, that's right. Had the opportunity to do this thing twice.
Now, what brought you here, and why did you decide to stay here?
Well, I was living in a commune in Texas, hitchhiked up here to come to the festival, and when the festival was over, I landed a job on a dairy farm to get some money to head back. It turned into a long-term job, met my wife, raised my family, went into business. So I'm still here.
What makes this area special and so accommodating to these kind of events?
Well, I think it's got to do with it's an artist community, a lot of musicians, a lot of the big players, a lot of little players are here, so it's a great place.
We had some pretty big players here last night, 9 Inch Nails among them. Let's take a look at some of their live set from Saturday night. Did you catch any 9 Inch Nails last night?
No, I kind of missed that. I caught it on video. I caught it on video later on.
What's the difference between this year and the last time they did this thing?
Well, for one thing, we didn't have MTV. You know, we didn't have that privilege. But it's pretty similar event.
The crowd different at all in terms of their attitude? More aggressive this time, perhaps less laid back?
No, I think it's the same thing. I look out here, it looks like the same scene to me. I mean, everybody's having a great time.
And everybody who saw 9 Inch Nails last night certainly did have a great time. Let's check out one of their videos.
Hey, this is Ed Marquez. Welcome back to Woodstock 94. Traffic is finishing up. This is a band that's been together for about 20 years. They're getting an amazing response for a predominantly young crowd out here. They're going crazy. And the rain they promised wouldn't come back is actually coming back. The audience doesn't seem to mind. They're waiting for the Spin Doctors that are up a little bit later. Now take it away, Chris Connolly. Go for it.
Thank you, my good friend. You know, if anyone wants to watch this entire concert on pay-per-view, be sure to call your cable operator and let them get you hooked up. Double-barreled action, in fact, in addition to Traffic Iron on the main stage. Green Day is at the south stage, and they're giving everybody a good time. Meanwhile, Allison Stewart is hanging out with a couple of guys who did a pretty good job of their own this morning. Two folks from the Allman Brothers Band. Take it away, Allison.
This is true. I'm with two gentlemen who helped wake up Woodstock this morning in a very big way, Greg Allman and Warren Haynes. How long did you guys play? You were on forever.
90 minutes, I think.
That was great. Who made up the set list? How did you guys decide on it?
We all kind of did it. We just took our other set list. We played last night in Great Woods in Boston.
Boston, Mass.
And we took that one and just kind of a little surgery on it.
So we usually play a really long time, like 2.5 or 3 hours, so we had to edit down. We had to take songs out of the set.
Now, were you all concerned about the fact that it was Sunday morning and people were a little sleepy and wet? Were you worried about the crowd at all?
All this mud, man.
We were sleepy and wet, too. So we were right there with them.
But they were awake for you, definitely.
They were great for that early in the day. It was wonderful.
And you guys were wonderful, too. Let's take a look at a little bit of the Allman Brothers earlier today. a good morning cue from the Allman Brothers from earlier today. Did you folks ever think there would be another Woodstock?
I never thought there would be any more festivals. They seem to have faded out there.
Do you like playing festivals?
Well, sound-wise, I prefer playing inside, you know, because, you know, you're contained within the building, and you get a lot better sound.
The acoustics are better.
And it feels a lot more. You feel a lot more. A lot closer to the audience. You know?
I was gonna say, is it tough to kind of like get the idea across over those big crowds?
Well, it's hard to have as much of an intimate vibe with a large crowd, but a large crowd gives you something totally different. They give you this energy that you can't get with a smaller crowd. So it's nice to have both things. You know, like we just did this theater tour, playing small theaters, which is great for us because we never get to do anything that's small. And then to be able to turn around and do something like this is just both ends of the gamut. It's pretty cool.
Well, you done good. You're great this morning.
We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for stopping by and talking to us as well. Here's Nirvana, you guys.
It's getting later, and they're getting dumber, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on a second. Oh, we're having fun. And these are the people that are driving the bus homes. And it's raining mud. Anyway, check it out. I'm having, so much fun with these nice-smelling, pretty people. We're going to toss to you, Chris. Here's Chris.
Ricky, I'm saying a rosary for you right now, my friend. You know, the last Woodstock in '69 was sort of a petri dish of popular culture, not just in terms of music, but also in terms of fashion. If the same holds true for '94, guys like Versace and Hennessy are going to be doing a lot of designing in mud. But there's a lot more to the fashions of '94 than just that. Let's take a look at some of the things that people around here have been wearing.
Using all my shoes. What does that mean? Behind me, traffic is playing. They're about to wrap up. All kinds of high goodness happening right now. Porno for Pyros. We're going to go to a video right now, a video called Pets. Be careful. Don't forget, we have an interview with them, with Allison, a little bit later, so stick around for that. Porno for Pyros.
The 5:30 slot here on the North Stage coming on right after the Spin Doctors. But right now they're backstage in the interview area with Allison Stewart. Allison?
I'm a lucky gal. I am being joined by Porno for Pyros. What exotic means of transportation did you get here by?
Well, we started off with a plane.
Hold on a second. You have to put a microphone so we can hear him.
We started off with a plane in Los Angeles and graduated to a limo.
Excellent.
And then we went to a helicopter, graduated to a van, and now we're here with you.
Golf cart in there?
No golf cart.
No golf cart.
Some mudslinging.
What could you see from the helicopter?
You can see a lot of people, a lot of tents, a lot of color, a lot of energy. It's pretty exciting.
Kind of looked like the trench war, the First World War. That's what it looked like from the air, like lots of muddy people.
That's what it is.
They're still moving. They're still moving. That's good.
Perry, what are you doing to mentally prepare for that enormous stage and enormous crowd?
I'm asking God for forgiveness.
And I'm praying with him.
All right. Well, we'll pray for Perry as well. What did your friends and folks say when you said, you know what, we're going to play Woodstock?
I think Pete should answer that.
They were really excited and they all
You have to give Pete a mic.
They were really excited and they all wanted to come, but I couldn't bring them all because I need to concentrate.
What are you going to concentrate on when you're up there?
Delivering new songs and the old songs.
All right, cool. We're going to talk to you a little bit more about what you might be delivering to us later on. We're backstage live at Woodstock 94. Stick around.
From the network that...
Hey, this is Ed Marquez. Welcome back to Woodstock 94. Didn't that look like someone buried in the mud down there? It's so bizarre to see the mud people walking around. Behind me, there's a giant wall. It's a mud graffiti wall. People are leaving messages in mud and other stuff. You know, pick me up, I've lost my mind, love Larry, and stuff like that. All kinds of great stuff. Traffic on stage, wrapping it up with Give Me Some Lovin'. Steve Winwood, of course. And Chris Connolly, are you out there? I'm looking for you, buddy.
Indeed I am, my friend. And speaking of messages, we saw one on the shirt of Speech from Arrested Development today. One of the first few explicit political comments we've seen from the performers at Woodstock 94. His shirt said, "Free Mumia al-Jamal," who is a presumably imprisoned former Black Panther leader. The triumph of music over politics, if you will, was one of the themes of Woodstock 69. And the moment that seemed to crystallize that happened during The Who's legendary set, during which Abby Hoffman attempted to get on stage and read a speech in support of John Sinclair, who was a then imprisoned White Panther leader who at one time had managed the band MC5. Pete Townsend hit him in the back with a guitar and knocked him off the stage. There's a lot more to Woodstock 69 that makes it so memorable. See what I mean?
By the time we got
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Of course.
How about you,
But
Perry?
of course. His performance on the Monday morning, the place was empty.
Yeah,
Historic.
yeah. You said Janice. Help him out, Perry?
Little microphone.
There you go.
Do you want me to answer that one?
Sure, why don't you?
Well, I just got to meet Carlos Santana. That was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to meeting the band and Bob Dylan. We bought the old Shangri-La Studios that the band recorded Last Waltz, you know, all that stuff. So.
Have you gotten to talk to Mike Lang at all? I mean, I made the mistake myself even of calling it Lollapalooza yesterday to somebody in a conversation. Have you gotten to talk to him at all?
No.
I met his daughter.
I don't know Mike. The other guy, though, John, he promoted Jane's Addiction for years. He's a nice guy. He's a real good guy.
All right.
Or the last time I met him, he was.
Well, you guys are going on at 5:30.
Yeah. That's right.
Can't wait. Good luck and all that kind of good stuff. Right now, we're going to check out a band who went on late last night. This is Aerosmith with Crying, live from Woodstock.
If there's one message that should be learned at Woodstock, it's parents, love your children, because they need hugs, and if they don't, they'll end up doing stuff like that. For instance, right now we have my friend Lou. Lou will do anything. Lou, I want you to eat some mud. Lou, eat some mud. Eat some mud. Just eat some mud. Lou, in your mouth. Eat it. Now do a flip. Do a flip, Lou. Do a flip. Do a flip. Okay, Lou, eat some more mud. Eat some more mud. Another flip. He's driving our bus home tonight. Let's take a look at Aerosmith video.
Chris, where are you, buddy? I'm going to finish chewing my gum.
No problem, Ed. You know, while you were making your way back, I was over at the South Stage while most of the people here, 80% of those in attendance, I'd say, were watching Metallica and Nine Inch Nails. I was over at the South Stage watching a wonderful set from Salt and Pepper. Here's Push It from last night. Sleek, beautiful, and above all, mud-free bodies on stage there. A far cry from the scene John Sensio came upon in the Moshateria in front of the stage when Henry Rollins hit the stage. Let's see what John had to go through yesterday.
Hey, John Sensio here. We're at the Mud Mosh Pit. It's a little different than the regular mosh.
In on this, Ricky, you and Lou, the mud-eating guy, totally rocked this festival earlier today. What a thrill for both of us, huh?
I'm telling you, Chris, it's almost scary. I can tell these people they're going to be on MTV and they'll do almost anything I told them. I told this guy to eat mud. He ate mud, and he's been following us, and we're trying to find other things on the ground that we're going to pick up and make him eat. That's how I have fun at Woodstock.
Is that the scariest thing you've ever seen anyone eat?
I wish I could say it was, and that was, you should see the things that we're getting people to do off camera. I just hold the mic and I say, hey, see that piece of whatever it is? Eat it, and they'll eat it. What? Hey, come here. Nah, never mind.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Woodstock. Cleopatra's favorite cat, got his hands on Caesar's spats. The heat was on, as you could see. So fun on to Mark Anthony. Said my girlfriend's cat is smaller than me. My girlfriend's cat is smaller than me. Said Brutus had enough for closing. Saw them spats, I said I like those. Caesar had no thing to say. Said Jesu Christe Dominea. Jesu Christe Dominea. Well, the Senate tried to sympathize. It was this cat they should despise. And foment told his whereabouts. Centurion to seek him out. Centurion. They go to Centurion. That's a lot of goddamn Centurions. Cleopatra's favorite cat. Cleopatra's favorite cat. Brutus had to turn his head when this captain went and said, if he's got this thing for shoes, said he just might be ambitious too. The guy I like these on his name, and all the tyrant needs his fame. And those fascists don't play pretty games. Egypt is the place to be. But Rome is a democracy. Never got them back, 'cause you killed his ass in the second act. Brutus spoke then Anthony. Said my girlfriend's cat is smaller than me. Friends, Romans, can't you see? My girlfriend's cat is smaller than me. Egypt's biggest rivalry, Cleopatra's cat and me. Cleopatra's cat and me. Cleopatra's cat and me. Cleopatra's cat and me. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, can I just say one thing and then I won't really rant very much anymore at all for the set? I saw in this magazine there was this lady, right? And she said that this Woodstock wasn't going to be very meaningful because there's no Vietnam War going on right now. But I'd just like to say one thing in answer to that, and that is that there's plenty of wars in the world right now, and you can bet that the US government has a good hand in all of them. So, you know, a lot of you people out there, we're the same age, you know? We're a generation. So where are we going to go from here today, ladies and gentlemen? The world. The world is our oyster. The world is your oyster. It's not a very pretty oyster, but it's our oyster, and it's the only one we got. Hey, Eric, man, what time is it?
And welcome back to MTV's continuing coverage of Woodstock 94. Some 25 years ago, around the time of the first festival, the Youngblood song, Let's Get Together, was one of those songs that kind of ruled the airwaves, sort of provided the theme for the first festival. We've already had a wedding right here on this stage, and as Ed Marquez has right now on the platform, a couple that's thinking about getting a little serious themselves. Ed, what's the deal?
That's right, Chris. I'm here with, who are we?
Adam Boyle.
And?
Aaron Reynolds.
And they are both originally from Woodstock, which is kind of amazing. Adam decided to ask this woman to be his wife. When did you do it?
Joe Cocker.
You did it during Joe Cocker. Do you remember what song was playing?
Beautiful.
You are so beautiful to me. And what prompted you to do it at that moment?
I don't know. I figured it's as good a spot as any.
Very romantic. Best couple of Woodstock 94 right here. Ricky, are you out there? Can you beat that?
I think I can. There's stuff that we really can't show today. That guy Lou from Texas, I made him eat a piece of underwear that was covered in mud. I made him get completely naked with another girl, and you saw, were there a naked guy and a naked girl totally wrestling in the mud?
Naked guy and a naked girl.
And did he eat underwear covered in mud?
No.
He did. He did. He's right there. Just look real quick. Stick that in your mouth. Stick it in your mouth. He'll do anything I tell him. He's a sick guy. But right now, this is my friend Liam from England. And Liam, tell him real quick what you just saw at the Green Day show.
There was a mud fight, a stage invasion, and a fight between the band and the security.
I mean, the band basically did get in a fight with the security guards, right?
Yep.
What was the reason for it?
After the stage invasion, the security were beating up some of the fans.
You can't have that. You can't be messing with the fans. Green Day didn't like it. Did Green Day get some good blows in?
Yep.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Best show of the festival.
Oh, right on. Right now, we're going to take a look at a little bit of Metallica with Wherever I May Roam. I was there for the Metallica show last night. They said that at that time when Metallica was playing, they were bringing something like 20 people a minute into the medical area. But from what I've seen, the medical area has been doing really, really good stuff. And it doesn't look like too many people have been being taken in there so far. Well, right now, I know that a lot of you people couldn't be here, and perhaps you would like to get a piece of history, a Woodstock t-shirt. We've got the goods, where we're going to get you an opportunity to get a Woodstock t-shirt. But first, my friend Lou will do a flip. Lou, do a flip. Do a flip. He's not well. Okay, now go get my luggage. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm... You know what? I've come over all unnecessary because I've espied the concession stand. People are clamoring. People are kind of horsing around over here, but I want to see what they are selling here at Woodstock. What are the most popular items you have?
The Woodstock event t-shirt.
Oh, the event t-shirt. What else do you have?
The program.
The program.
And the hats.
The hat. And those are the most popular items, you say? Yes, they're all clamoring. You two at home, I bet, are pretty interested in this stuff, and well, you should be. And you don't have to feel left out. Eric, how can the viewers get a hold of this stuff?
Katie, it's real easy. All you have to do is call 1.
Eric, please. I'm reading. Can't you see? There's so much stuff in this Woodstock program. We have artist profiles. We find out everything that's going on. There's sort of lots of helpful tips. We have all this stuff about where you are, a map, and lots of interesting statistics in the back. We've got all this stuff about sets of golf clubs brought by artists. We have 24 sets of golf clubs. Personally, I came to hear music, and they're all going to be over there playing golf. I don't think I like the sound of that very much. Also, we learned that there are, if you lined up all of the hot dogs that are on sale at Woodstock from New York City, it would reach right here in Saugerties. In fact, that's how I got here. I just followed that road of hot dogs. Also, there's 4,960,000 gallons of soft drink being quaffed by everybody here, which leads us to our next point. In fact, the reason why I'm here at this quite unsalubrious location, the Johnny on the Spot Clutch, is because after all of those hot dogs and all of those soft drinks, I think we're going to see a rush on this area. We turn to our statistics sheet and we learn that there are, yes, 3,250 porta-johns. And if you divide all of the people into all of the porta-johns, we're going to have a little bit of a crush. In fact, back at headquarters, they inform me that there's going to be 61.53 people in each one of these. Hurry up! Is that some rain?
This bed is on fire with passion and love. The neighbors complain about the noises above, but she only comes when she's on top.
You don't really know what Woodstock is. Woodstock had a powerful influence in the 60s. There was the big concert, there were the hippies, the flower children. They were in rebellion from our society. But, you know, I'm wondering, I think a lot of these flower children have become establishment now. There's some people that do have Woodstock of the brain.
Yeah.
I had this dream. I'm a little girl on a picnic with my parents.
They'd cope with getting drenched.
I'm gonna jump in that sleeping bag.
That one right there?
That one right there.
And then that's it. You're gonna be a big soggy lump on the ground.
Just my head sticking out and watching the music.
Take off all our clothes. You'll take off all your clothes, just like the original Woodstock.
Yeah,
that's the spirit.
Don't bother me.
Hard man.
You get right in the shower, don't you?
There's a point.
I got a little trash bag.
But what if it just started raining right now? What would happen to this incredible look?
The hat would droop, but I would still look as good.
They make out like they're unconcerned, but if it really does start to rain, those people are going to be crying into their tie-dye, and they won't have this, the official Woodstock raincoat. And the Goods is the only place on this planet where you can get this. Isn't that right, Eric?
That's right, Katie. When I think of the...
It's got all these trippy graphics, got some real freaks walking around. In fact, we approached a few people that we thought resembled people in the book.
Seems to be me. I think I had more hair back then. Yep, definitely did.
Oh, God, you found my picture. How come you're in there? Because I'm important. Take your glasses off. Let's have a look into the camera. And that's not you.
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah, that's you. I don't know, take the fall.
Spooky Maluki. Coincidence? I think not. The Woodstock comic book from Marvel, available from the Goods. Maybe you're in it. Raincoat, the official Woodstock raincoat that Eric slightly got a little bit out of control and manic over. We've also seen school buses, but you can't have one of those. We've seen the program, we've seen the comic book, we've seen the t-shirt, we've seen the hat. But there is one thing that I'm going to show you after this next break that gives you real power. Come back and I'll tell you what it is.
It is an absolute mud bath. It is so incredible. More people than anyone in their wildest dreams expected here. Estimates between 1,200 and 14 million people here in Socrates, New York at Woodstock 94. Kennedy live from home base. MTV's continued coverage here at Woodstock. Spin Doctors are on stage playing live right now. They've been on for about 45 minutes or kind of halfway through their set. Chris Barron wearing a nice pair of leggings, baby. We'll get into that later on. Portofieros, hey, did I say that? That coming up in a little bit? Sure, no problem. All right, you got to stick around for all that. We're bringing you so much tonight, including Bill Bellamy, who's roving around live in the crowd. Where are you, Billy?
Thanks, Kennedy. But I'm out here amongst the people once again. This is Mud City. It's really cool, though. Everybody's having pretty much still a really good vibe about Woodstock. People are hanging out. Not too many people are leaving, and I think that's kind of good. Right now, I'm just looking for more people to talk to, so I'm going to let you go to Allison. Allison, what's happening with Santana?
This is MTV's coverage of Woodstock 94. I'm here with Carlos Santana. Have you gotten an opportunity to look around a bit? You've been here for a few hours.
Yes, I did, and it's a glorious feeling to see so many people from all over, all kinds of walks of life, and really submerged in this I call it harmonious convergence.
Is there any artist that you want to see that you haven't seen before who's on today's bill?
Traffic.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Traffic since a long time live, obviously, so it'd be nice to hear them. I also love the Nemo Brothers. Somebody new, I love Arrested Development, you know, and I don't know, who else?
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, they're cool.
I think they have the spirit.
Yeah, they definitely got the spirit and the fireworks kind of energy.
Definitely. Well, we're all going to partake in the Woodstock energy. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Pleasure. Thank you.
You're watching MTV's coverage of Woodstock 94.
Thank you, Allison. This is Ed Marquez, and it sounds like Carlos Santana's got a lot of love for everybody. In fact, his band will be setting up and performing right on the South Stage very shortly. If you'd like to see his performance, as well as all the rest of the performances here, call your local cable company for a pay-per-view hookup. It'll be very cool. Check that out. Right now we have, what do we have? Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden. Woo-hoo-hoo, man. I'm so happy.
That was Soundgarden coming at you, and right now I'm coming at you. Bill Bellamy live at Woodstock. I found a gentleman here from Baltimore, Maryland, and you said you just came out tonight.
Yeah, it was like my friend and I, we were sitting at home, we were watching MTV, and things were starting to calm down from last night. We watched 9 Inch Nails and Metallica, and we were like, man, we should be there.
You serious?
We should be there. So we said, the heck with it. We got in a car, filled up a tank of gas, grabbed some extra clothes, and we shot down the highway, and now we're here.
I can't believe that. And tell them your name.
My name's Jonathan Rajeski. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Anybody want to say hi to at home?
Just all my friends, my parents, my brothers and sisters. They're hanging home.
He did it! Yep, I'm here. One day he's here at Woodstock. Ed, what's going on with you up there?
Hey, Bill Bellamy, I'd watch out for that guy. I think he works for Chaos. Just a premonition. We got all kind of stuff here happening at Woodstock 94. Tons of bands still left. In fact, Spin Doctors, of course, on stage now. After that, Portofieros, Bob Dylan, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Peter Gabriel, the list goes on and on. So stick around, watch here on MTV for interviews, behind-the-scenes stuff, all kind of Woodstock 94 action as MTV's coverage continues. Marquez, welcome back to Woodstock 94. As you probably know, Melissa Etheridge performed here last night live, Woodstock 94, and we have a little clip of one of the songs she did. Here's Come to My Window.
Come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon, yeah, I'm coming.
Melissa Etheridge from her performance last night, Come to My Window. She absolutely destroyed here last night. Did a whole bunch of Janis Joplin covers. It was amazing. There's a whole bunch more stuff. Live performances. If you want to hook up and see the actual full-length performances, call your local cable company for that special pay-per-view performance. And now my favorite girl with curly hair and glasses, Kennedy. Where are you, Fraulein?
Well, Eddie, I am up here at home base listening to the Spin Doctors do their version of Woodstock that Crosby, Stills, and Nash did last night. And it's muddy, and it's beautiful, and it's surreal in such a way that only a high-technology playground could really capture the feeling. And the Woodstock people put together just that. It's called the Surreal Field, and we took a look before the mud came. Here's how it went.
Is that what you're doing?
I do it out of the love of my heart, that's for sure.
It's not for free, is it?
Pardon?
You don't charge?
I don't charge, no.
It's a wonderful thing. And the most amazing thing about this is I didn't even ask them to do this. They just came up here and started painting. I was having a snack, I looked up, and I had all this stuff on me. Kennedy, you're next.
All right, Eddie, you're getting painted, and I was watching a man display his Oscar Mayer wiener. That's right, he was wearing a sort of red towelish miniskirt and whipped it off and displayed his manhood to everyone up here on the platform. We had a good chuckle. Stay here. Our live coverage from Woodstock 94, Socrates, New York continues in a little bit. Keep it here.
Bellamy, and guess what? I'm out here in the thick of it. This is the Sausage Shack. These people haven't had sleep in 92 days. They've been working hard, serving the people. Over 250,000 served right here. I want to introduce you to everybody. What's your name, man?
Frank Castle.
Ellen. And Frankenfan?
Dustin Minocha.
That guy right there is the manager. He is the man that drives these kids crazy. How do you keep the morale up here?
Well, just the concert is enough energy to keep us going. 19 hours a day, 24 days a week, whatever we need.
Oh my God, he is a slave driver. Nobody gets a break around here. If you could do anything else right now, what would it be, sweetie?
I don't know. I'd like to be up there in the mud if I could, yeah.
She wants to get muddy. Did she not see my shoes? What is wrong with you? Now, I noticed that a lot of people are falling over here. Is that hilarious for you?
Falling over me? No, it's not.
No, the mud right over here.
Huh?
Over there, the mud. You said people were...
It's great. It's a lot of fun to see people falling down and just getting wet all over. I'm still clean. You can see it. It's just so much fun, really.
Entertainment. It's part of our entertainment. We started laying these Pepsi things on the ground there so people wouldn't slide, but we decided it's more fun watching them fall on the ground.
See, now that's a good manager. He likes to see his customers slide up against the wall and get a sausage sandwich. Ed, what's going on with you, buddy?
Thank you, Bill. That was fat. You know, everyone was wondering whether or not Paul Rogers, formerly of Bad Company, was actually going to show up. He has arrived. He's on the South Stage right now with Slash performing. Let's go to that right now.
Looking out here tonight, and I feel the love. I feel the love. I feel the love all around me now. Yes, I feel the love deep in my heart and soul now. And I know.
Wow, that was very cool happening right now. Kennedy, did you have a chance to take a look at that?
Did I have a chance to make out with Paul Rogers, you freak? Of course not. I'm a clean liver. I can see Bill Bellamy right over there at the Sausage Shack. Holy God, he's whipping out his own sausage. This is crazy. What a bunch of hippies. Red Hot Chili Peppers, here they are. They're going to be live on stage at 9:15. We'll show you all that more. Here's Soul to Squeeze. The Nikitas. Chili Pepper set to perform tonight, 9:15 p.m. here at Woodstock 94 live MTV coverage. And it's going to be a big show for them. Very highly anticipated maneuver on their part because tonight is the first big show they're playing with their new guitarist, Dave Navarro. So they've had that rotating door effect with their little electronic man players. And we'll see how that fares tonight. Now, so far, the big highlight for me, you know when you have something in your life that you're completely looking forward to and you're just hoping it doesn't suck and it turns out to be amazing? Well, that's what happened last night with me and Nine Inch Nails. I was so excited for them to come on and play the hits off Pretty Hate Machine and the Downward Spiral and whatnot. They came out in Mud, and the producer, Jen, and I almost exploded. It was such a cool moment for me. It was a great set from them. Now, Bill Bellamy is out in the crowd. Bill, what has your highlight been so far from Woodstock?
I think my highlights, besides Joe Cocker, Nine Inch Nails, Metallica, and all those other bands, is just dealing with the people out here. I got a new mud pit. This one has just been developed. I built it myself.
All right,
I got
Bill.
all these people back here that's hanging out. I got people from Florida, Philadelphia, Memphis, Tennessee, Toronto, Canada. It's been pretty cool. And they're really muddy. Can you see them?
I can see him, I can feel him, and I can see him right here behind home base. People are muddy, and that's exactly it, Bill. When I'm done, I'm going to be your color, okay? When we're done with the night, we've already made a pact that I'm going to be Mud Girl. So we'll check in with you a little later, Bill. Stick around. We'll bring you more live from the crowd. Right now, let's go to Ed Marquez. Where are you, Ed?
I'm right here, Kennedy, and who's going to be my color, huh? Who's going to be my color? From where I'm standing, Kennedy, I can see your butt. Turn around. Turn around. Woo-hoo-hoo. She got a stupid butt. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Danza is still missing. Tony Danza, we can't find him. He's been gone for 2.5 days. Now we're going to go to the Offspring. Keep them separated.
Who have already played, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers to come back and talk with me. The Red Hot Chili Peppers still have yet to play, but right now let's check in with Kennedy. What the heck are you up to?
Oh, I'm standing here still on my naked people lookout. Finally saw one. Tabitha, thank you very much. Having a good old time here, enjoying the music, enjoying the people, and the skies are clear for right now. In addition to music, Woodstock is also about environmental causes, social awareness, and good hygiene all around. We took a look at the eco-village before the mud, and here's how it went.
There are environmentalists, and right now I think I found some really interesting people, some serious mud wrestlers. Now, what's everyone's name?
Wanda.
Larry from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Susan.
From Camden, Connecticut.
Now, I just want to ask you, how did you guys get into mud wrestling?
Well, you know, you get a little bored with all the rain and trying to get to listen to the music, and you know, you turn around and you see a little mud on the ground and two good-looking women, you want to jump in.
Can you show me how you demonstrate this wonderful tactic? Only on MTV. This is Woodstock 94. Right now, I'm going to treat you to a real good video. Check out it live.
I'm one of the bands that is sort of sorely missed here at Woodstock, but right now I'm sitting with Steve Winwood and Jim Capaldi of Traffic, who just got done with a blistering set. There were people, many muddy people moshing around in front of you. Are you guys used to that? For songs like, you know, Give Me Some Lovin' or Low Spark of High Heeled Boys?
Yeah, well, we've done 10 dates with the Dead on our tour.
Yeah, but that's sort of a different, less violent sort of dancing, isn't it?
They're not kind of marching around in their heads, probably.
Yeah. But we're fairly used to mud.
Mud.
Mud is synonymous with traffic,
mud
yeah.
for a long time.
And why is that?
Well, if you ever visited us back in...
We used to live in it.
We used to live in a
So you're comfortable with the whole Mud USA thing?
Countryside, yeah.
Mud.
This is Mud City.
Mud UK.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. We used to take a long drive to get to where we were living, and it was mud for miles.
Of course, there's various different kinds of mud. You know.
Yes, and some people eat certain kinds, as Jim was telling me earlier. We had an earth eater earlier today, but I don't think he was very particular about his type of mud.
Oh, that was in a different catering tent to the one.
Yeah, it was really good dirt there. You should have tried it.
Did you take a break from your tour with the Dead to be here at Woodstock?
No, we finished.
Well, yeah.
Just finished.
Yeah, we just... Well, we did shows with the Dead that was actually part of our tour. We were doing a tour, and then we did...
We did like weekends with them.
Okay.
We did 3 weekends, 4 weekends.
Traffic started in '67, and if the first Woodstock was in '69, how come you guys didn't play?
Because we were already sort of taking a sabbatical by then.
You're bickering, having a little breakup? Sabbatical.
Don't know.
Well,
I think we
it
were
was
just
more, you know, like a change. We were searching, really.
Searching. But you're not sad you missed it.
But we're not.
Did you play here to make up for missing the first one?
Well, you know, we were playing in the vicinity, so we thought that.
It's just nice to be a part of it.
Good.
But it
good.
is great, yes.
Well, thanks very much. Right now, let's check in with Ed. Where are you?
I'm up here, Tabitha. Tabitha Soren, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. She hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a little bit of what traffic did just earlier today at Woodstock 94. There's a lot more Woodstock 94, and if you want to see these bands live, call your local cable company and hook up with that special pay-per-view performance. We'll have more behind-the-scenes shenanigans here at Woodstock 94 right after this, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Woodstock 94. I'm Bill Bellamy, and right now, Porno for Pyros is ripping the stage, and I'm here with some really cool ladies in their tent, just relaxing. Where are you from?
Detroit, Michigan.
And what's your name?
Sunny.
Laura.
Detroit.
Michelle, Detroit.
Terry.
Now, ladies, what brought you to Woodstock?
Oh, we just came to see all the good bands.
Which acts did you like the most, or who do you want to see the most?
Rollins' band was bad as hell. We haven't seen Red Hot Chili Peppers yet, but we can't wait to see them.
Green Day was great. Green Day, they ripped the stage up and they were throwing mud everywhere, and it was like really cool, man.
It was getting a little too intense there for a minute, but well, oh God, last night 9 Inch Nails though was definitely cool. Santana we missed. I got too strung out on just standing there forever, so he said, forget it, let's come back home. But you know, why don't you show us our view here? Show them our view.
You got a nice view. Show them their view. They got a nice view of the stage, the north stage where everybody's performing. They've been here. They've been here for a while. This is prime property right here. Kennedy, do you have prime property like that where you are?
No, Bill, you're the only one, baby. And right now I'm enjoying Porno for Pyros live on stage here at Woodstock. Perry, Mark, Peter, and Steven donning a lovely suit look today. Perry Farrell is wearing a beautiful bright purple suit and boots to boot. So actually, we took a look at the different people here at Woodstock. We wanted to see what they were wearing. The kids, Generation X, reality biters, you know, the whole spiel. Let's take a look. What did we see?
We'll both strip down and go mud
Sure,
diving.
okay.
How do you feel about that?
That'll be on a whole different pay-per-view. You'll want to
We'll take your
get
wife,
details
too.
on that. There you go. Where
We'll
are we
have
going
a good
now?
time back here.
Oh, that's right. I'm here for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I think
And I know that
Slash
we're
is
gonna
going to
talk
come
Slash a
by,
bit,
and then we're going to...
It's going to get
Probably you
crazy and
should throw
kooky.
back to Allison.
Okay,
She's a good choice.
Allison.
You're throwing, and I'm catching. We are here at Woodstock 94 Live. Bob Dylan's supposed to take the stage next. He's finally going to play Woodstock. Everybody's pretty excited about that. Why don't you sit tight, wait for more of MTV's live coverage from Woodstock 94. Right now, this is U2 with or without you.
Happens when we're between things. It's a pilgrimage, because who played? Porno for Pyros just played, and we're waiting for Bob Dylan, and people are just sort of walking around, man.
It's definitely pretty crazy around here. We're right next door to the speakers.
There are loads of people behind us. There is so much mud down here.
And they're having fun in it, right? Look at these guys, man. They're strange people just walking around. I don't know exactly what they're doing walking around, but God bless them. Where are we going to right now?
I believe we're going to go and see what Chris is doing on the platform. Chris?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out here, Juliet, on the platform, kind of checking out the whole, like, act 60s vibe I think we're going to be seeing not long from now as Bob Dylan takes the stage. Two things I've seen that you only really could have seen in the 60s. First, I saw a South Vietnamese flag right over there. They're not making those anymore. Second, this is perfect Woodstock 69. I saw two very attractive young women wearing a little sign here that said, "Free hugs." And as someone over at the Crafts Fair said, when it comes to Woodstock 94, love is free and everything else is going to cost you. In fact, we got lots more stuff here at Woodstock 94. Let's take a look at what the surreal field was like.
That was the surreal field, but at this point, everything at Woodstock 94 is surreal. But we are expecting some very real live performances from Bob Dylan coming up, as well as the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Peter Gabriel closing out the evening, as well as Ricky Rackman. He finally woke up Slash, who was napping earlier. He's going to talk to Slash and Paul Rogers. That is coming up, as well as more live coverage here on MTV as Woodstock 94 continues. Do not go away.
From the network that brought you Beavis and Butthead, let me tell you about 6 wild cats. A monster.
A little while longer. We've been waiting 25 years for Bob Dylan to play Woodstock. Not long ago, over at the South Stage, an all-star assortment really rocked the house, and Ricky is standing by with them right now in the interview area. Ricky?
Thanks a lot, Chris. And now I am going to be in the interview for area for a while so I can let the mud dry off the boots. And right now I'm backstage with Paul Rogers and Slash. And first of all, how did this whole relationship start?
Well, you played on my album.
Yeah. Get right up on that thing.
Right. You played on my album.
No, we did a record together.
You got to talk in that mic.
I'm sorry. Anyway, mic technique. You got to get the mic technique.
Right. Yeah. That's why I played this.
Hold it like Tom Jones.
Anyway,
it's
we
not
hooked up at
unusual.
some point, and we played together a few times. So.
Yeah, we did the Hunter, and the Hendrix track on the Hendrix tribute, which we did tonight, actually.
Mm-hmm. And when did the whole idea of you guys all getting together and jam on stage at Woodstock?
He called me at home and asked me, and I was like, oh, you know,
let's make it easier, Slash. I can hear you. Nobody at home can.
The gayest thing in the world.
Well, actually,
you know, I'll tell you what. We're gonna practice mic technique. We're gonna come back with these guys in a little bit.
No, I'm sorry.
A lot of stuff. It's okay. We'll come back. We'll give you time.
Well,
to
I've
practice.
got it. Look, I've been practicing.
There's a lot of stuff happened, not only in the Woodstock compound.
You like this.
Shh, it's my turn. A lot of stuff happened inside the Woodstock compound. Here's some of the stuff that happened beyond the fence.
I don't think we expected as many people to come here. People are camping everywhere and just pretty much doing everything that they can and what they want. It's pretty much wild here.
We were forced to sit here. There was no more camp space left in there, so we had to come out here.
We were inside earlier and we came back out because it was getting too muddy.
There's quite a few holes in the fences around, so everyone can pretty much leave and come as they go. So everybody's walking and the fences are down all over. It's out of control almost, basically.
We snatched that at the place up there. We were carrying the cooler for 5 miles. We couldn't take it no more, so we loaded it in here and hauled it down the hill, about 40.
We're picking up the empty deposit cans that are left behind by all the concert goers. Each can in New York is worth 5 cents. We've collected about 5 bags so far.
Everything was blocked off, like where you can't take any buses back in, and we camped out back of the car last night because it was raining so hard. And now it's like, I don't know, man. They won't let anybody in the buses come back in.
We're leaving because it's like a 9+ hour wait just to get on the bus. You know, the lots. Who knows where they are really?
Walking all the way back to Tennessee!
We're probably going to walk to the parking lot. It's about 22 miles.
We have to get back to our jobs.
You wait 5 or 6 hours in the line, and then you turn around, get on a bus, and wait in another line, and then you like trample through the mud and everything. But other than that, it's pretty great.
We're back with Slash and Paul Rogers. So have you guys had the opportunity to see like any of the madness that's actually going on out there? Well, other than on the monitors. I mean, how did you get in? You like flew in on a helicopter, right?
Yeah, we flew in. Well, you were here.
Well, you know, I tell you, yeah, I was here. Yeah, I was a bit worried about the band that went on before us encouraged people to sling mud.
That would
And
be
I wasn't sure about
Green Day.
how that was
We
going.
were thinking, yeah, they were great though.
They rule.
That's one of those bands.
Yeah, it was a happening thing.
I met one of them. You know, the bass player. I was like, oh, you guys, you have no idea. You know, a certain crowd that I hang out in, we love it. I screwed with that, you know. But no, the thing is I flew in last night, and then we went to rehearsal, and then got up and started driving here 9 o'clock this morning to get to the helicopter to get to the gig, and
Now, who else was in the band? For people that don't know, who was in this like all-star jam band?
Okay, yeah, Jason Bonham on the drums, and Andy Fraser from Free was playing bass, and Neil Sean was playing guitar, and His Royal Highness here.
yeah, but I only got to play 4 songs.
Well,
Yeah, it
right
was good,
now,
though.
let's take a look at you guys doing something. This is
great.
when you did the song Bad Company. Let's take a look.
Oh God.
Well, all right, all right, all right. Let me say it one more time. Bad company. No, I can't deny. Bad company. Till the day. Till the day. When I reach for the sky.
Looking back, I'm sure we've all had like certain fantasies and stuff like that. But did you ever think you would like be doing the song Bad Company with Paul Rogers at Woodstock?
I
course
would
you did.
never have thought it a million. If I had that much time, I wouldn't have thought it. No.
Now, real quick, Paul, what kind of other stuff are you up to right now? Are you recording or?
I've got a new album out right now, which Slash plays on. It's a blues album, and got quite a few guitar players on there. Jeff Beck's on there, and Brian May from Queen.
Couldn't get any of the big names, huh?
Brian's couldn't get the big names.
Brian May, Jeff Beck, Slash, Brian Setzer.
And it was great fun, you know, because she's rocking with the blues, you know, and it's just good to expand
I hadn't even met you yet at that point.
And Slash, you basically have got lots of free time, not working at all, right? You're playing like in a billion different things.
As long as I'm playing, I'm okay.
So what are the projects that you're working on right now?
Well, there's the Guns N' Roses record, which we're trying to get together and get going. We haven't broken up, you know, contrary to popular belief, and so I'm doing a
So the rumor
project-
that you died isn't true?
No, I've died like 10,
Okay,
15
I was just
times.
sure because we heard that
It's
rumor.
exaggerated. Yeah. It's only.
And you've got your band that you're
I've got
working on, a
Snake
record
Pit
called
going
Snake
on,
Pit?
and that's almost finished, and it'll be out. And then on top of that, there's been I don't know, just random, you know, Michael Jackson.
And there's a
stuff
couple
like
names.
that.
Any other names? Have you guys done anything with?
No, Michael's
nobody
cool
left?
though. You know, now because think about it, he's the grandson-in-law of Elvis Presley, has the Beatles catalog, and he's Michael Jackson on top of it.
He owns it all.
So I was just like, wow.
Right now we're going to play a video from Metallica, and we'll be back with more Woodstock 94.
400,000 people. The crowd has thinned out a little bit since then. Some people do have to be to work tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So shuttle buses are leaving. However, there's about a 4 to 5 hour wait to get to the parking lot because some of the buses are getting stuck in the mud. But don't get me wrong, there are still a lot of people here at Woodstock, and Juliet and John are among them. Hey guys, what's going on down there?
Thanks, Allison. We're sitting in it. That's what we're doing right now, and we're hanging out with some dudes and some people, and there's mud and sleeping bags. And Julia, what's with this guy right here?
Well, this is Matt and John. Where are you from?
Boston.
Boston.
You just woke up, right?
Yeah, I did.
Now, did you see Green Day this morning?
Sure did.
Now, what happened with you and Green Day?
Well, I was crowd surfing and I got tossed around and I got tossed onto the stage and nearly got beat up by a security guard.
Really? So they weren't particularly friendly?
No, they didn't really like me.
Now, is it true that the bass player was also thrown off into the crowd?
I didn't see it, but I heard a lot of people saying it, so I think so.
Now, you've also been doing some mudsliding, but you look pretty clean, really. How'd you get the mud off?
Sat underneath the water spigot for half an hour.
Isn't it cold, though?
Freezing. Freezing.
Well, we're going to go to Primus now. They performed last night, and this is called My Name is Mud.
The breath on that fat bastard could bring any man to tears. We had our words, comments back. So I kissed him upside the cranium with that aluminum baseball bat. My name is Mud. My name is Mud. My name is Mud.
And opposed to that roiling mass of people in front of Primus, here in the middle of the north area, it's pretty cool. Some people have got mud on them, some don't. It's interesting, some people have obviously just arrived today, and their clothes are spotless. I pity them on the way out of here. We got a lot more coming, so keep it here. MTV's coverage of Woodstock 94 continues.
Welcome back to MTV's live coverage of Woodstock 94. Everybody is waiting for Bob Dylan to take the stage. He's supposed to do so in just about 50 minutes or so. Let's bring on more peace, love, and music. All three happened right here yesterday on this stage as a couple actually exchanged their wedding vows. Mo and Victoria got married at Woodstock, and it went like this.
Red Hot Chili Peppers before too much longer. You might recall earlier today their crew and their equipment got here well before they did. They were taking a bus up. Hopefully they'll make it not long from now. We'll talk to them before they go on stage. They're going on right after Bob Dylan. But to get you ready, let's take a look at their version of Higher Ground.
Welcome back to MTV's live coverage of Woodstock 94. Everybody is waiting for Bob Dylan to take the stage. He's supposed to do so in just about 50 minutes or so. Let's bring on more peace, love, and music. All three happened right here yesterday on this stage as a couple actually exchanged their wedding vows. Mo and Victoria got married at Woodstock, and it went like this.
Red Hot Chili Peppers before too much longer. You might recall earlier today their crew and their equipment got here well before they did. They were taking a bus up. Hopefully they'll make it not long from now. We'll talk to them before they go on stage. They're going on right after Bob Dylan. But to get you ready, let's take a look at their version of Higher Ground.
It should be happening about 7:30. And as the sun goes down, the temperature is dropping, and people were still pretty wet from today's activity. They're a little concerned about hypothermia, so the folks are going to be providing wool blankets and garbage bags so people can keep themselves warm tonight and enjoy the concert. Also enjoying the concert are all these people, and that's where Juliet and John are.
Thanks very much, Alison. Yes, we are out here. In fact, John and I have been sitting in the mud. I have a wet bottom, but somebody who has a lot more mud all over him is Tom. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Now, how come you got so muddy?
It rained this morning and it made the slopes all slick, so we all went down and skied down the hill, man.
Now, when are you going home? When are you going to get all this mud off you?
Probably Tuesday. We're gonna take a shower.
So you're not going to take a shower till Tuesday?
It's supposed to rain tonight.
Okay.
That's a shower, man. Hey, how do I get in your tribe?
Yeah, man, it's One Nation Under Mud, man.
One Nation Under Mud. Oh, that feels good. And what group were you doing this boogie into, man?
Pouring Up for Pyros, man. Perry was kicking. He came down and surfed with us.
That's right. Check out some Pouring Up for Pyros right now. We make great bets.
Maybe Martians take it, living in New
was Porno for Pyros, man. I'm feeling very muddy right now.
Well, you know what Kennedy said? She actually said after this whole thing is over, she's going to go and jump in the mud. How about you?
Well, I think so. Maybe we could do some mud painting, body painting.
Mud painting, wow.
Speaking of that, here's some Boys to Men. I'll make love to you.
Okay, so you secured the back in
1969. This is Mr. Elliot Landy. Tell us what you were doing at Woodstock in 1969.
I was asked by the promoters of Woodstock 1, the first one, to photograph it for them. I had been doing a lot of photographs of people like Bob Dylan in the band and Janis Joplin, and I was known, my work was known as an artistic kind of rock and roll photography. So Mike Lang asked me to photograph Woodstock for him.
Now tell me, what has been the biggest deja vu image-wise for you so far?
I think all the smiling faces, you know, despite all the commercialism and all the bad stuff and all the traffic jams in the state police and the rules and all that stuff, the kids still have managed to come through, and I see the same kind of youthful exuberance and love here. Of course, it's mixed. In Woodstock 69, it was total. I didn't see anything negative. Here, there's about 15-20% negative, 10% negative, or, you know, people looking for fights more than looking for pleasure. But overall, it's a fabulous event, and kids are really ecstatic from it, you know.
And tell me there's always that one defining picture of Woodstock 69. I think of the overhead shot. What do you think is going to be for this Woodstock?
I just think all the smiling faces on the kids. I don't think there's one defining picture anymore. It's like everyone's seen the defining pictures. The TV coverage is so huge. In 69, a photograph was everything. Here we've got multimedia and television and film and all that stuff. So I don't think a still image is going to capture it the way this one did.
You've got still images and books that you put together. Tell me about these.
This is a book called Woodstock Vision that's published. It's a retrospective of my work of Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Woodstock, Bob Dylan. And then we just published another book called Woodstock 1969, the first festival. And that's work from 10 other photographers besides myself. And I could open the pages if you want, but it's really it's a very stunning book, and it really captures the spirit. In those days, we knew we were going to change the world, and I think we have somewhat. It's kind of hidden a little bit now, but the world is very different. People can bare their breasts, people can say dirty words. You know, in 69, you couldn't do that without... in 69, people were arrested for wearing an American flag. Now it's normal. It's fashion now. They sell it at truck stops.
Well, if you're interested in finding out more about Woodstock 69, you can pick up these great books. Thanks for stopping by.
I appreciate you having me, you know, and this is really fun. It really is. It's really great. Yeah.
Lots more fun. Woodstock 94 is going to continue right now. Here's Collective Soul. Thanks.
Friday, it's now Sunday, very, very long time ago, and I'm here with you guys. Now, where are you from?
Michigan.
And your name is April, right? Mm-hmm. And what's your name?
Rob.
And now you have what looks like a very professional camera here. What have you taken photographs of so far?
Basically trying to capture the free love and the free drugs that's going around, seeing if everyone's bringing back the 60s.
Do you think you're going to sell these photographs?
No, we're keeping them for ourselves. No, we're not selling. We don't want to profit. We're just taking them for ourselves.
John, do you have any questions?
Well, I was wondering did you see what you expected to see?
Yeah, well, we expected probably a little more drugs around, but no, we didn't see too much of that.
Do you have a favorite picture that you think you may have taken?
I took a picture of an old man that was sitting over there, just sitting there by himself, and I thought that was pretty cool. New generation, sitting here with everyone else that's younger than him.
Yeah. Well, you know, speaking of old and young and kids and all, let's take a look at some the real Woodstock kids.
My mother is Grace Slick, and my father.
Cash in on the intensity of Woodstock that happened 25 years ago, which really was a very magical situation. You had bands like Jimi Hendrix, Sly and the Family Stone, Ravi Shankar playing music that had never been played before. They were definitely innovators and on the verge of creating a whole new wave of sound for people to freak out to. And this really has nothing to do with that, in my own humble, stupid opinion. Mm-hmm. But the fact that all these people are here and they came here to have a great time and to have an amazing little summer stint in their vacation, it rises above the corporate slime.
Now, David, this is your first, like, big show with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, did you watch it?
I'm all too aware of that one.
Huh?
I'm all too
How are you
aware
feeling
of
about it?
Feel good. Feel good.
Did you watch Porno for
Feeling all
Pyros
right.
at all and watch
I
your
did. I saw
old...
Porno. I thought they were fabulous.
Really?
I thought they were fabulous. Perry didn't recognize me.
Perry did Perry come up and say, hey, what's going on?
Dave, I used to play,
me? Wasn't
8
like
years of my life with you. But
so you excited? I mean, you seem like
I'm thrilled.
You're
thrilled.
having a good time. And
I'm having a great time.
The thing is, I mean, what it boils down to is nothing matters except playing good music, you know. And the bands that are going to be here today, and yesterday and the day before, whatever, that play good music are going to get over, and there's going to be some sort of deep communication with the people that care about music that are here, and that's going to be beautiful no matter who's involved or what's involved. And for us, you know, the only thing that matters is playing good, and that's what we're going to go do.
Stay tuned. We've got more of Woodstock 94.
Some very wise words from Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And we're going to see how wise some people are about Woodstock 94, because we're going to be doing a trivia contest and giving away a Gibson guitar. That's coming up, and a whole bunch more live coverage from MTV and Woodstock 94. Do stick around.
Oh yeah, the guys at Red Hot Chili Peppers all had Harleys shipped out to Hawaii, their own bikes, so you could record and ride motorcycles in Hawaii.
We're not really hanging out backstage. We're hanging out in the press tent.
And
I'm sorry.
it's
not really backstage.
Thank you for spoiling the whole facade. It's because they don't allow me backstage, Anthony, and
really
this is
isn't
as backstage as it gets for me.
Not only is it not backstage, but we keep watching the pay-per-view over there on the big TV, and they keep telling us not to watch it, but they set up the cameraman right next to the
Hold on a second.
pay-per-view TV.
Look at that.
So it's kind of hard not to
Now
watch
I've turned it off.
It was captivating.
Hey, wait, how come
We were
we got
talking
flashed
about
on
Hawaii.
speaker
We were
second?
talking about
TV on
Hawaii.
this side. They don't
We
want
were
us
in
to
Hawaii
watch
with the Harleys, yeah, it was great. We drove around the Harleys all the time. We're in Hawaii. We went to Hawaii to write music. It was really nice. We went scuba diving, snorkeling, bike riding,
And
Harley
recording
riding.
was any time spent recording a record.
Nope.
We wrote some songs.
We farted around a lot.
So in the winter, then they're
And
gonna stand
Chad
up.
crashed his motorcycle.
Chad did crash.
Was
It was a
okay?
rainy-
How much time? How
It
much
was a
time was
rainy
actually
day.
spent in Hawaii?
Months.
And how much work was actually done?
A day or two.
Okay.
A day or two. But
I think we need to do a
but one of the
special on your
reasons-
recording of album. I want to go.
One of the reasons we went there, besides writing songs, was just to hang out as a band, as four people living together, because we wanted to get to know Dave.
It's
And we
true.
wanted Dave to get to know
That's
us.
good.
It's true. It was intimate.
And you look like you fit right in.
Oh, you're
What,
kidding.
for better, for worse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to say it. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Stay tuned. We got more of MTV's coverage of Woodstock
Backstage
94.
here at Woodstock.
Guaranteed, Ricky. You know, we're still hoping we aren't getting any more rain, you know, particularly with Dylan and the Chili Peppers coming on later and the backup for the buses and all. Spectacular weather last night as Aerosmith finished the evening around 1 or 2 in the morning. Let's check out a bit of their performance.
Back with MTV's live coverage of Woodstock 94. We're still trying to give away this Gibson Montana guitar, and in all honesty, these guys really did know the answers to each other's questions. They ripped through them during their commercial break. So what we're gonna give this away. Gosh darn it. Ready? How many people are promoters estimating are at this Woodstock?
Probably 300,000.
And okay. Oh, this is tough. What is the color of Slash's guitar?
White?
We have a winner. No, Slash's guitar is black. We have a winner from Miami Beach. Excellent. Enjoy it. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Do you play?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Hey, Ricky, I'm with the winner out front. Who are you with backstage? By yourself? What's up?
I'm with me, myself, and I. I'm very glad that you actually did finally find a winning question, Allison. I know that the next question was spell your first name. And it was also multiple choice, so it was going to be interesting to see if they actually got that. Check it out. All of the MTV staff has been working non-stop for the past 4 days. And unfortunately, we can't always be in the position we want to be in. For instance, one of the bands that I really wanted to see was Green Day, but I was stuck somewhere in the mud. And actually, if I was seeing Green Day, I still would have been somewhere in the mud, as you can see from the Green Day performance.
right, great band. They sure did make my day in the interview area. And I'm pleased to say that the loser of our Gibson guitar contest doesn't go away empty-handed. He gets to run security for the next Green Day show. All right, we're still standing on the north stage waiting for Bob Dylan to go on. Any minute now, God willing. But for now, let's go to Juliet Honan.
Hey, we're here in the field. I'm with some very clean young ladies. They are clean because they both have a tent and a hotel room, which they booked 5 months ago. That's all we have time for here. Back to you, Alison.
Hey, we are back, and everybody's waiting for Bob Dylan. You know what's happened? He is stuck in traffic. Not with traffic, but actually in traffic, so everybody's waiting for him to show up. Of course, though, the talk of the day so far, pre-Dylan, has been Green Day with the throwing and the mud moshers, and you saw it, you know it, here they are, basket case. Kind of got all excited by the way they looked. Kennedy, how? Describe it. Use your fabulous vocabulary to describe.
They came out, as Chris said, with 4 light bulbs, but they're wearing silver suits, so they look like 4 baked potatoes. They did.
Hopefully not in a microwave.
No, they're very environmentally conscious. And Anthony Kiedis' hair especially long tonight. New guitarist Dave Navarro sporting nipple ring. Very hot. Nice touch. Nice addition to the band.
Ricky, we gotta know. Describe the light bulb motif.
Can't hear a word you're saying. I really have to use the bathroom.
Ricky's gonna use the bathroom while we look at the Red Hot Chili Peppers, how they took the stage.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Why can't tell if I'm a keeping her above? What I got to give it to you on now. What I got to give it to you on now. What I got to give it to you on now. Do a little dancing, make it take a little one time. What I got to get it, put it in you. What I got to get it, put it in you. What I got to get it, put it in you. Really with your feeling, don't stop hurting you. Realize that I wanna be a miser. Cause mine was I be the wiser. Your love is the love enough.
Anthony is the man and all that.
He likes Dave Navarro.
Oh, he's a little hot body, isn't he?
I was just going to say the same thing. For people that don't know, this is his first show, really, with Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we saw him backstage, and I think, I mean, you could elaborate on a female's perspective, but it's probably the best the band's looked and acted in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Of course, Dave Navarro, former Jane's Addiction guitarist. Allison?
And they also, you know, they don't wear much clothes, so that works out for me.
Oh, and that works.
We're going down to the crowd. John and Juliet, what's going on down there?
Well, yeah, we're in the crowd, and we're in fact in front of a bonfire. There are loads of people here. It's very, very hot.
It's very industrious. Everyone keeps talking about how it's getting cold, but these people are hot, man. They made a fire, and it's very nice. What's a highlight for you from this? Because this is a highlight for me.
The highlight for me was definitely 9 Inch Nails. I thought they were great. Absolutely brilliant. What about you?
Well, I like the way that Trent was in the mud and all, and you know, I'd like to get in the mud later, maybe, man. And
well, I'll push you in the mud. But let's find out what Tabitha's doing. Where are you, Tabitha?
I'm up here right next to the north stage, and later on tonight there'll also be another all-night rave as the main stage action winds down. Most people's thoughts turn toward getting home. That could take a while. Early this evening, there was a 5-hour wait for shuttle buses at the lots outside the concert site. Some vehicles were stuck in the mud. There was a steady stream of people leaving the site all day. At one point, we were told 15 to 20,000 people an hour were leaving. And the field behind me in front of the main stage still looked packed. We're told that heavy pedestrian traffic on roadways is outside the site, but state police and highway officials have denied rumors of impassable jams on the New York State Thruway. Concert organizers tonight said that the estimated 150,000 people who got into the show for free would be able to ride the 850 shuttle buses out of here, along with the 200,000 people who paid $135. That's so nice of them. We checked out the scene outside the gates to Woodstock 94 earlier today, and here's what we found.
I don't think we expected as many people to come here. People are camping everywhere and just pretty much doing everything that they can and what they want. It's pretty much wild here.
We were forced to sit here. There was no more camp space left in there, so we had to come out here.
We were inside earlier and we came back out because it was getting too muddy.
There's quite a few holes in the fences around, so everyone can pretty much leave and come as they go. So everybody's walking and the fences are down all over. It's out of control almost, basically.
We snatched that at the place up there. We were carrying the cooler for 5 miles. We couldn't take it no more, so we loaded it in here and hauled it down the hill, about 40.
We're picking up the empty deposit cans that are left behind by all the concert goers. Each can in New York is worth 5 cents. Collected about 5 bags so far.
Everything was blocked off, like where you can't take any buses back in, and we camped out back of the car last night because it was raining so hard. And now it's like, I don't know, man. They won't let anybody on the buses come back in.
We're leaving because it's like a 9+ hour wait just to get on the bus. You know, the lots. Who knows where they are really?
Walking all the way back to Tennessee!
We're probably going to walk to the parking lot. It's about 22 miles.
We have to get back to our jobs.
You wait 5 or 6 hours in the line, and then you turn around, get on a bus, and wait in another line. And then you like trample through the mud and everything. But other than that, it's pretty great.
But I'm telling you, all the folks who bolted earlier today are missing it, missing the Red Hot Chili Peppers on stage. They are pretty phenomenal. But Kennedy, how did you spend your afternoon? Like, what was the strangest thing you had to comprehend?
Actually, much like Juliet Honan, this morning we were bussed in from the hotel we're staying in, which is about 20 miles away, but fortunately we do have hotel rooms. And I fell asleep on the way over because I had eaten a Danish that had some bad frosting on it.
I understand.
And had some in it, maybe a Mickey, put me to sleep. So when I woke up, I was like, oh, we're here, we're at Woodstock. Like, nah, it's a couple miles down the road. So we had to walk quite a ways. And we saw some sorry-ass people coming. I'm sorry, it's that ass 3 times now. But I saw some sorry-looking people coming out of the venue with their tents and their bags covered with mud, big suitcases, and this is what they're missing.
I'm telling you, can I tell you sorry? Look at our feet.
Muddy people, muddy shoes.
This is Woodstock 94, and this is Juliet and John.
Hey, we're hot, man. We're standing in front of a fire.
We are I'm incredibly hot.
What's your impression of this whole thing?
Well, when Bob Dylan, who was playing earlier, stopped playing, everybody left. Red Hot Chili Peppers came on, dressed as sort of light bulbs or something, and everybody has been dancing ever since, which I think is great.
It's a beautiful thing, and speaking of dancing, here's Metallica with One.
Stage. Everybody was talking about them today. They were definitely one of the premier acts here at Woodstock 94. And right now what I want to do is show you Ricky Rackman interviewing Slash and Paul Rogers.
Ricky Rackman here backstage hanging out with Paul Rogers and Slash. And you had mentioned that Slash, that you saw a little bit of Green Day and you were like pretty excited to see Green Day play
Well,
here.
I heard them. I didn't get to see them, but they're awesome.
What other bands were on the Woodstock bill that
You know what, to tell you the truth, this whole gig was put together so quickly as far as I was concerned that I just wanted to come and jam with Paul's band. I didn't know who was playing.
What about you, Paul? Were there any bands that you know?
Well, actually, it's the same for me. I got the call for the show about a week ago, and in that time, I've been frantically putting the band together, flying everyone in. We got 2 days rehearsal, man, and then we just went out there and winged it.
Did Brian May play with you? Because I had heard that Brian May was.
Yeah, Brian was going to come up, but he got sick, man, unfortunately. So he couldn't make it. But he was there when we did Wembley. We played at Wembley and we did a thing there.
Could you tell a big difference? I mean, both of those are just like walls of people. What would be a big difference in the Wembley crowd as opposed to the Woodstock crowd?
Well, I mean, the biggest difference is this is open air. And an open air thing is just such a great sound, doesn't it?
But you know what the coolest thing is? I know, I'll hold it.
Anyway, the coolest thing about the whole is I got here, I had no idea, because Guns was supposed to play this, and we didn't do it because we thought it was going to be very corporate, and had nothing to do with the Woodstock generation and what Woodstock was all about, so we didn't want to be involved.
Do you still feel that way? Because a lot of people thought that and
you
don't
know,
feel that way.
I changed my mind about one thing, is that is for the bands to get into it is very complicated, but I don't know, I'm saying. All right, but the kids are having a good time, and then I got in here and everybody's covered in mud. I'm seeing nipples, like dried up mud on, you know, the.
And you like
and I'm
that.
like going.
You like that kind of stuff.
They're really going in for it, you know. So
because of the dried up
It
nipples.
actually is a significant gig for our time or whatever.
We got to go, but we will be back with MTV's coverage of Woodstock '94.
I never want to hold one.
Let me tell you, if you're staying tuned, you're here at the right place, because Woodstock 94 is captivating, exciting, all that wrapped up in a nutshell with a lot of mud. So you stay tuned, you'll get more news, more coverage, and more of me. I'll be right here, I swear, I'm not going.
Hey, John Sensor here in Woodstock 94. It's the last night of the event. The Chili Peppers are playing, and I'm in a tent hanging out with some new friends. What's your name?
Susie.
Dave. Mike.
John.
Lauren.
Doug.
Okay, and where are you guys from?
West Haven.
And let me get this straight. The guys are together, and are you two girls together?
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me something. How did you guys all happen to meet?
We met him in our little town here.
So you guys, you'd call this Woodstock's a city, and you created a town?
Yeah, we had no choice. Everybody was so close, so everybody was just nice to each other and made a little town, been hanging out.
That's groovy. Now, did you have a name for the town at all?
Well, we just call it Happyville, you know. It's just, you know, you get together, you'd be happy.
Tell me some about impressions. You guys must have seen a lot here. What did you see that blew your mind, man?
We were hanging out around the south stage, and we thought there was a fight. And all of a sudden, this deer came crashing right through all the tents, went right through them, everything. It was pretty weird.
See, they even have deers here out of Woodstock. Now, is this something that's much better or worse than you thought it would be?
Definitely better. Definitely better.
How do you think it was better?
I don't know. It's just more out of hand than all the rules they said there was going to be. There wasn't going to be this, there wasn't going to be that.
That's beautiful, man. No rules. And we're going to do some no-rule stuff here. And Ricky Kennedy, what are you up to?
Deers? It's Allison and Kennedy up here on the MTV Tower watching the Red Hot Chili Peppers on stage live at Woodstock 94, Socrates, New York. Now, Allison, have you been getting pretty good sleep here?
You know, I actually have. Let me tell you, by the time we get to our hotel, yes, we had hotels, there were like skid marks by the bed from where I was like, boom, in the bed, and then back here.
Not those kind of skid marks. Well, I gave people some skid marks because I was waking them up, bugging them, and trying to get people roused to go to the big rave that happened Friday night. Why don't you take a look and see what happened on my night of terror? Kennedy here.
The premises, I have one suggestion for them. Kennedy and an air horn. Just an idea. Well, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are still tearing it up on stage. There's a lot of mud out there, and they're no strangers to mud. For an appearance on the old David Letterman show a few years ago, they covered themselves head to toe with the stuff. Then they were bumped from the show and had to be taken to showers in the RCA building to clean off. Anyway, here's the song that helped put them over for the very first time. Here's Under the Bridge.
That is only appropriate that we play the Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. Right now, they are on stage. Everybody has their shirts off.
Everybody in the entire stadium. That's not really everyone outside.
Don't make me take off my shirt. No. Don't make me take off my shirt.
No, but what happened to you today? What happened?
Oh my God, today everything happened to me, man. This girl just runs up to me, pulls up her shirt.
That was probably Sensio, man. There's a lot more happening than just the music and all the high weirdness. One of the things we checked out was the craft and eco fair. It was Sensio, man.
I probably have the best seat going, so we're not going to talk. We're just going to dance for a minute.
Rad. Check out Nine Inch Nails from last night. Another band, the Ritz Club.
They were good too. phenomenal performance from Nine Inch Nails last night. A phenomenal performance from these gentlemen.
Ouch. Talk about connecting with your crowd, though. When Nine Inch Nails came on, Nelly, we were insane. Like little rabid wenches we were. Phenomenal. Why don't you check out a video from them? One of the most brilliant videos that's ever been on MTV, directed by Mark Romanek. Here's Nine Inch Nails, Closer.
Woodstock 94 has been so good. Everybody seems to have a great thing to feel about it. It actually was something that I wish everyone could go to, but if you had to watch it, it's all right. We got lots more coverage and a lot of cute interviews and a lot more music. Stay tuned. Back to Woodstock 94. I'm Bill Bellamy. I'm hanging out here with Chris, and we were just sitting here talking about who had the most spectacular performances today. I have to say my top three would be Joe Cocker, Nine Inch Nails, and the Chili Peppers, man.
An amazing performance from Cocker when you think about this is a guy who used to get drunk so much during his performances, he'd have buckets placed in between the amplifiers backstage so he could throw up in them. I wouldn't make this stuff up.
No.
Could start a whole trend. But look at that Chili Peppers performance. I mean, you had the candles in the crowd.
Man. The
you had them all
t-shirt.
dressed, the T-shirts over the head, all the Peppers dressed up as Hendrix, and then Flea's daughter singing the Star Spangled Banner just
What
like
you
Jimmy
want?
did.
What more you want?
I don't know. I can't think. I don't know. Linoleum, I guess. I don't know. What more could you want? I know who can tell us what more we could want. Julia, she's out in the field.
I am in the field, and this is in between sets. Chili Peppers have just gone off. Peter Gabriel is just about to come on. And at this time, people tend to start walking around. Everyone's packing up. Behind me, there are bonfires, all sorts of things like that. But the people that have the best seats in the house have got to be Allison and Kennedy, and they are up there at the platform.
Hello, British person, Juliet. Thank you very much. Allison and I were just talking about the stage announcements they're making. In addition to the missing children, that seems to be like the main concern of the big stage announcer, who's not Wavy Gravy. And they're also talking about the traffic. What are the delays, Allison?
Ooh, 25, 30 hours.
25,
In a
30
car
hour
with people,
delays.
in a car with people who haven't
Hello.
paved in 3 days. It's gonna
Hello,
be
body odor.
very ripe on the New York State Thruway.
Like an open freeway full of patchouli, I'd say. Okay, let's check back in with Chris and see what the intellectual man is doing.
I mosh, therefore I am. Actually, I don't mosh. I've been kind of mosh-free this whole thing. But we sent John Sensio into the heart of the mosh pit, and he sort of did the master mosh not long ago. Check it out.
And Ed Marquez up here at home base. Obviously, mud is a very popular fashion accessory here at Woodstock 94. When you say, yes.
I arrived to the festival with the mud already applied, see?
And I have to say, when I arrived at the festival, I was surprised at how many people wore tie-dye. I didn't think that in 94 they would sort of be that nostalgic.
Yeah, I didn't think they're going to try to recreate what happened then, but it's everywhere. Actually, not just tie-dye. You have a little bit of everything, but there was a lot of tie-dye.
Yeah. Well, we'll check out what other kind of fashion was going on at Woodstock 94, or lack of fashion. Some naked people, too. Check it out.
Wait, naked?
Stuff that's been going on at Woodstock the last 4 days, but it's really, really hard to explain the feeling. First of all, right now, it doesn't smell as bad as it smelled earlier. It smells like campfires. As far as I can see that way, I still see tents, fires. There's still tons of people here. Very cool. And I guess the thing is sort of winding down, and the one thing that I've heard that we've got to look forward to is 25 to 30 hour delays. We'll be back with more from Woodstock 94.
And welcome back to MTV's continuing coverage of Woodstock 94. I'm Chris Connolly. Behind me on the north stage, we're just moments away from the final act of Woodstock 94, Peter Gabriel. Having a great time here. Let's see how things are going up on the platform. Ladies?
Peter Gabriel? No, actually, like the big overriding theme seems to be here. It's wild and craziness, but men keep yelling, "Show your boobies, ladies." So, go ahead. Mr. President for that.
She did it.
Thank you.
She
Don't
did
worry,
it.
I have a bra on. It's actually a metal sheath.
I don't, so I'm not going to do that, okay? Basically, earlier today, Green Day were slinging mud, and I'm not talking about bad things about people. They were playing great music, and they have really good aim. Check it out.
As I give myself the creep, sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I face my head, and my chest paranoid, my chest up.
Plenty of mud being flung on either side of the stage. Only thing being thrown off of this stage is Bill Bellamy throwing autographs into the crowd to these stunning young women. What a beautiful world this is. And it got more beautiful on this very stage this weekend as we saw the wedded bliss of two wonderful youngsters. Let's check it out.
It feels so romantic. It's like the last dance at the 8th grade dance. Everyone's trying to get together right now, you know?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But now, did you guys meet here? You look pretty romantic.
No, we didn't meet here. We met back in Long Island.
Well, how is Woodstock as a romantic place? Is it romantic, do you think, Lara?
I think it's definitely romantic. In this great atmosphere, definitely.
Okay. Well, now what are we going to go to next?
Well, I don't know, man, but because I don't know where here is, but Randy and the Redwoods know where here is. Randy?
It was nice. Like a little diversity in bus lists.
I hope there's diversity, Allison. I really, really do. The nice people here. Actually, it seems that we're surrounded by a bunch of rednecks. I don't know
But
why.
we're up high, so it's all right.
Bunch of inbreds.
We're going to have to go down there eventually.
Surrounding the MTV Tower, much like Randy the Redwoods. All right, stick around. We got more coverage live from Woodstock 94. Wrapping it up for you. Stay here.
Hold me, I'm scared.
Butler of Love Spit Love, and coming up later tonight I'll be guest hosting 120 Minutes on MTV. The rest of the band is here too, and we'll be performing live. We've also got brand new videos from Sugar, Ride, Velocity Girl, 311, Tripmaster Monkey, and lots more. Don't miss it.
Welcome back to Woodstock 94. I'm Bill Bellamy, hanging out with Chris Connolly, and I am getting depressed, man.
It's just about the end of the round here for us.
Man,
so what a time we've had. You feeling a little sad about
Yeah,
things?
man, I met some friends, dude. It's like, I bonded, man. People in Ohio, people from Montreal, man. It's like, totally, I'm tripping.
He may need a little
wow.
surgery to get rid of some of those bonds.
Yeah.
Now, you might not have seen all the fun we've had over the last 3 days, but if you've missed any of it, we'd love to show it to you. I'm going to take care of Bill here. Check
I
this
got
out.
friends, man.
There we go.
Just wanna be there beside you when the night comes, when the night comes. Yeah, baby.
We're calling it Mudstock 94, man.
My name is Mud. Well, I know what I want, but I just don't know. All that I can do is just cross some teeth for two. Let's be my point of view, but it's not saying. Oh no, it's not saying. Come to my window, I'll be home.
Melissa Etheridge put on like a really good show.
I like 9 Inch Nails, they were real good. Oh man, Traffic, Allman Brothers, Jackal was pretty cool.
We are the stars, we are killers. We are the stars, and we got to get ourselves.
I had a great time. I would definitely do it again when I'm 50 years old when I come back.
Actually, the best part of the weekend for me was just watching my son have a great time as well as listening to all the bands.
It was great, really great, but we're happy to leave. I mean, we have mud all over. I'm so tired. I have like slept for 1 hour. But it was great. I mean, it was great.
Seeing all that just made me realize that being here was the best move for the weekend. It was definitely.
We really did have a lot of fun out there. Let's get some final comments from some of our gang. Let's go into the crowd for John and Juliet. What say you guys?
Oh man, we're just thinking about our, our final thoughts here. What are you going to take home with you?
Well, I'm going to take some mud. The memory of the smells of Woodstock, definitely. There were some good smells, and there was some bad smells.
You know, I'm gonna take on the fact that I pulled this young lady out of the mud with my hands. I was running down there, and I just pulled out the mud. And you know what? I think I'm gonna take all these new friends home with me, man. Who we going to?
Hey, Ricky, Kennedy, and Allison, what are you doing? What are you gonna take away? Yeah, what are you taking out?
You know, I'm not really sure. We've been at Woodstock, what, 3-4 weeks now?
Yeah.
We're gonna pay taxes soon, but no, really. As Peter Gabriel's about to take the stage, what do you think about Woodstock '94?
I just think it was really funny that they're on stage listing all the types of bad acid. I'm not gonna take any home, of course. What about you, Ricky?
You know what? On one hand, it's kind of a drag that it's over. On the other hand, I'm really glad that I'm going to go home and use the bathroom. And honestly, at the ending of the show, and you see like Mitch and Dave and the credits of all the people that really, really worked hard on this thing in the town.
Absolutely.
But the bottom line is that the people that really worked the hardest were us.
I just want to say that it's not as important to define a generation and find a title or anything like that. But the important thing was we show that no matter what age you are and what type of music you like, you can have a really cool time with some good music in some bad weather.
Basically, we came, we saw, we Woodstocked. Back to you, Chris.
All right, some final thoughts from our posse here. Ed, what are you going to take home from this?
This is like the best 3 days I've had in such a long time. I had a great time. Although I would like to make a brief announcement before I take off. Mom, please meet me at the Jimi Hendrix tent, or else you can find your own way home. That's all I'm saying. That was great. It was the best time I had.
Mr. Bellamy.
I just want to take a moment to give people credit who don't get any credit. The men out there who clean the Porta Johnnies, you're my man. Anybody that can move Dookie like that, cool with me.
Tabitha Soren, your final impressions.
Well, I'd like to take home the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Forget the Grateful Dead. I'm going to spend the rest of my life, devote the rest of my time to following them around on tour. That's my new mission.
And all of us thank all of you for sticking with MTV's coverage of Woodstock 94 all through these 3 fabulous days. We are Stardust, we are Golden, and we are out of here.
Hey.
See you later.
Bye.